Yes, hello and welcome. In this video, I want us to look at the causes of sensory meltdowns, and also you are going to try and compare meltdowns and tantrums. So, onward to the causes of sensory meltdown. One is what it says overstimulation. This is where there's so much of things happening around the child. We can talk of bright lights or loud noises or unnecessary noises. Sometimes people banging or else bombarding the learner with a lot of information that the mind is not able to process as quickly as it might be expected. The other one is when there are situations which are unexpected. Let's say things that are unpredictable, new faces, or unfamiliar faces in the classroom. We find that these children are going to really react towards that, and at times we might assume they are hyper also. The other cause might be changed routine. As we say, these learners are so much routine oriented, and therefore they like following the tune throughout. In case a routine changes abruptly, they are so much going to be affected, and therefore they might experience this sensory meltdown. Another cause would be a deficiency or deficit in social skills, where we find that most of these learners, the learners with autism, they enjoy solitary play, a big number of them, and therefore the more they are forced to engage in group play, the more they feel uncomfortable because of all the stimulus, included all the energies from the other persons and the more expectations. Another part is interrupted stereotype, where you find some of them, the mild ones, they acknowledge they have a condition and therefore they live with it. But then you find some of the typical people are not able to understand them, and they therefore bring more of associating the person with the condition. I can give an example of a statement where I find someone says, the autistic child. So for this person, they first saw the condition rather than the person. I would recommend we say the learner living with autism. It's more of seeing the learner, seeing the person or the human part being first before the condition. The other one is having excessive demands. I find most of us teachers and or parents, we want our children to do more. We want to believe that our children can do more than they are doing, and therefore we abandon them with the demands just like the typical children. Let's remember, they are children growing at their own age, at their own level, and have in mind that their mental age is slightly below their physical body's bigness and capabilities. Now to the next part of the video, where you're looking at the differences. How do you differentiate this sensory meltdown and not a temper tantrum? For temper tantrums, we see their cognitive functioning intact. Then the meltdown are the inability to think or to reason beyond. For tantrum, they say they have deliberate choice to behave in this way, while for meltdown, it is unconscious reaction, involuntary response. In this one, you can also say when a child is having a meltdown, they are not even looking for your approval, they're just trying to express themselves. Whereas a child is having a tantrum, they will cry, they will be misbehave, and at the same time trying to look at the mother's or the caregiver's face for approval of something or to be given a token that they need. Another difference, tantrums can last for hours or days if the goal is not met, while meltdown has a limited time. Once the child feels like, now I can be able to handle myself, I can be able to handle my situations, they cool down. Tantrum uses bargaining as a tactic. That is, I cry until you give me this. I'm going to throw myself down until I get this one. But then, for meltdown, they are not bargaining. They're just trying to express themselves. tantrum can develop into a meltdown. That is, little bit of the goal is not met. But then, for meltdown, they can never turn to a tantrum. I therefore urge all of us, teachers, caregivers, parents, let's try to understand these two and differentiate them, and we act accordingly. In the previous video, I remember you looked at how do you handle an autistic child suffering or having these meltdown issues. In the next video, we are going to look more in these autistic learners with autism, so that you can be able to handle and deal with them well.